Okay, this is Albert's Voice Tech, and we're going to be talking about Windows 11, Home or Pro, Enterprise Server, whatever you got. Okay, so this is Wise Games Booster. We all know about this. So when we first started, it was like around here. There was another program that was like this. I forget the name. It did the same thing with the meter. So we freed up. Well, that's it. Well, that would be like 1 gig. Yeah. So I know it says play game now, but that's good to clear up and free up memory. That's one step. Yeah, using WiseCare 365 or the free pay, whichever one you want to use. CPU, quick CPU, that's another one to use. There's not really that many to use. Okay, so let's go into Wise. You got to periodically clean up the machine. Whatever you do, don't put that on because that'll slow down the machine. You would check the machine. I already checked it already. You check it and clean it. Now, another thing that people don't really think about is, oh wow, what needs to be optimized? Okay, optimize it. Okay. Okay. Now, if you get an SSD or EMC or BWin, EMC, those are like, oh, it can be 32 gig, 64 gig. I think go up to 512. And those little, it depends on the manufacturer. Okay, you do not use disk defrag. Disk defrag is for people who have regular mechanical, we call them bricks, hard drives. Okay, that's what that's for. Because the SSD, the EMCs, they have it's memory, storing memory, releasing memory. That's how that works. Okay. Another way to speed up the machine is the startup manager. Remove programs you don't need. Another one is called registry defrag. Now, registry defrag, current size, they'll tell you. If it's like 67% to 100%, you need to run defrag. It's not going to defrag the hard drive. It's going to defrag the registry file. It'll automatically create a system restore in case something happens, but it doesn't really happen. So it's going to remove, in the registry, it's going to remove any lines of gaps or anything. Because that gaps, remember, it has to read, Windows has to read the registry. Line after line after line of code. That's how it's designed. If it's big gaps and it has to read all, like it has a huge space and it has to read all through that, and then it's going to slow down. The user default is the user folder. It's going to be around this size. So that's normal. SAM 160, 25%. So we'll just watch out for these sizes. If you find Windows not booting up fast enough, even Windows 11, you can actually run this on server too, by the way. If you, those of you like a system administrator, you might want to run it. Of course, your ecosystem might not allow you to run it because they'll say, "Oh, it's not sanctioned software to run." Well, you can run it on a USB portable if you want to, but you got to check the size. That's what it slows down. Because when you install, remove, install, delete, add, remove, whatever you do in a computer, the registry remembers it. And it piles up. There's a lot of traces of the registry. Sorry, the registry. So this defrags the registry. Registry cleaner. I don't get confused between this cleans out the registry, but when it cleans out the registry, it leaves gaps. That's where the registry defrag or defrag register comes in. Another thing to look out for is this: the MUI cache sometimes can be corrupted and cause all sorts of problems. You gotta be careful. It gets complicated, but I do recommend this program. I'm not being sponsored. Nobody's paying me to say this, but I help them out with it, and again they're up to 6.33. It might be up to another model. I don't know, but I check it every 2 weeks. But you run checkup. I can run checkup with the capture going. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna remove anything. This is the browser. Things that shouldn't be on there. You might want to get anti super spy. It's called I think it's called anti super spyware or super anti spy. Let me see what it's called. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Super anti spyware free. Run that, and if that finds anything that's lurking on the computer, like adware cookies, they can slid on your machine, so it can slid on your browser. You check that like once a month. If you let it go beyond that, it takes some time to remove them. But that's about it. Keep the SSD running at peak. Keep the machine running cool. You know, clean out your machine. Make sure there's no dust in the CPU. You know, if you smoke or somebody smokes in the house, that smoke goes into the computer and it clogs up the fins. You're gonna have to clean it out. Remember, it sucks in air and it pushes air out. It depends how many fans you got. Okay, so here we go. So we clean it. This is pretty fast. And that's about it. Deep cleaning is all here. Privacy protector is another one. Scans history. And that's about it. Here's password generator. Can create a password. And system monitor. So basically, you know, registry defrag, startup manager, get rid of things you don't need that's starting up that shouldn't start up. Be careful what you install. Be careful which site you go to. Be careful. Just be careful. You should be okay. That's it. Like I said, nobody talks about this stuff. But it does help. Especially on the Windows. Android, well, what is it called again? Oh, SD-Made. It's a good little program to use because that really cleans out all Android, everything you got for Android, even Chrome OS too. Well, it's based on Linux, so that's what it's for. And then for Mac OS, you have to use, I think I have like a system clean device. So that's about it, guys and girls. That's about it. Hey, don't worry, this is not a gaming site. You know, I just put the games I play. It's easier. It's tech related. Those that play the games I play, you know, on the PC, this is where they come out for. You know, or you can come out for the mobile too. But you know, talk about TV, soundbars, computers, laptops. I don't know. Maybe I should talk about maybe I should start to talk about it. Home control devices like lamps, uh, lights, fans, using the Google or Alexa to control your house, your front door with the lock. You know, you can control just about everything. Some I know that Amazon was working on a device where you can run around and tell you what's going on, like a little security robot. Because you can get robots to cut the lawn. Robots, but we know we have robots right now that can vacuum the rug for you. They do work. And hey, Google and Alexa can control them. The only problem with those robots are sometimes the software doesn't want to work right with the router, and then you can't use the smart app, and then you have to go back to the original remote. So there's a little trick with those. But anyway, just want to let you know. Okay. 10 minutes are up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.